says, hey, listen, I need to look into your bladder. And I'm thinking, as far as I know, I don't have a door to my bladder,
But I guess he made one for you.
The only way isn't so pleasant. So I'm thinking about that. So, yeah, look, I sucked it up, so to speak, And you know what the worst part is? And I don't remember this. I had this done once before, okay? And I don't know if women, maybe when women go to the gynecologist, they got to get in those stirrups, That's why you're, maybe they want a woman. Not a pleasant experience, right?
Right.
So listen, so what they have to do, so if you're a guy, and you go in there, they have to numb you up. Well, now that I think about it, I don't know if I'm better off that it was a female nurse that kind of numbs up the area there. And you know what we're talking about. We're talking about little Elkins here. I should call him big.
Tiny Elkins.
No, big. So anyway, are you better off having a woman numb up a little? I don't know why. I'm cracking myself up. A woman or a man? Yeah, now that I think about it.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think I want to have anybody do that.
No, that's true.
But I guess if you had a choice.
Well, what about you? What's your choice, man or woman?
I'd probably go with the woman.
Anyway, so she
a blind one or one that can see?
She better be able to see.
So she did what she had to do. Then the doctor comes in there, and I guess they stick some kind of scope up there so they can look inside the bladder. Not very pleasant. So I get all done, and actually it was pretty quick and relatively painless.
Yeah.
Except for the guy says to me, this is a true story. After I left there, I had to drive up to Jacksonville. For a hearing. So I tell the guy, and he goes, "Oh, that's not such a good idea because one of the effects is constant urination." So I'm thinking, that's just great, doctor. I picked the wrong day for this. So I figure every 30 minutes I'll be pulling over to the side of the road. So anyway, I don't know how we deviated, but the point is, I guess
how was the trip to Jacksonville? That's the point.
That was great. That was a great case. My client's very happy.
You didn't have to stop on the way?
Just once. One stop. Yeah, I combined the gas stop with the eating at the McDonald's stop with the urinations.
Well, hey,
worked out beautiful.
3 for 1.
3 for 1. And anyway, so my last thing was anything involving cosmetic procedures. You want a guy that's sighted, nothing personal. And then the last one I was going to say were blind referees, but we already have those. So it's a little joke. All right, got a laugh out of Richard. All right, there we go. Story number 2.
Yes.
All right, now, the next story I had, you guys are going to play along because apparently there is it's called an oddly morbid poll by both Vanity Fair and 60 Minutes. And what they did, they asked Americans to decide what dead celebrity they would most want to bring back to life. What dead celebrity they would most want to bring back.
This was already a poll? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this
I
is
know
true.
which one I would want to bring back.
Me too.
Okay, well, wait. We're going to go around the room. First, Richard.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, dead celebrity. That would be interesting. All right. Why Marilyn?
I want to find out about her and Kennedy.
All right, very interesting.
They've been talking about her for all these years.
It's true. You could hear it firsthand. She'd tell you. The scary part is I think Marilyn would be in her 70s now or something like that. But beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Now just call out. We have other guests in the room. Who would you want? Who would be your dead celebrity?
John Lennon. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. Think of all the music John Lennon would have created.
I would do
Elvis
Presley.
Yeah.
Elvis, fat Elvis or thin Elvis?
Oh,
Any Elvis.
Well, but today, let's see, how old would he be? And so
He'd probably be about 80, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying. Boy,
he was only like 41 or 42 when he died.
No. Well, guess what, guys? You know who the number one was? Number one, Princess Diana.
That's a good one, yeah.
Number one, Princess Diana. In fact, let's see. You've called out. I'm going to give you a couple guesses. Other people that were on the list. And some of them are there.
None of the ones that we mentioned?
None of the ones.
Really?
No, none of the ones you mentioned.
Were they in the sports field or acting or music?
One was. Two of them were famous singers.
Whitney Houston?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, wow, so recent.
Richard got Whitney Houston. Freddie here is Googling to learn the answer. You're not Googling, Freddie, are you? You're just
no cheating, no cheating.
No cheating? All right. Well, here, I'll tell you another one. His first initial is M.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Yeah, we could hear about how many boys he allegedly assaulted. All right. He was a great performer, though. Great performer. Okay, we have a grunge rocker on the list.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain, very good.
I'm a music
All right,
girl.
and we have a Batman on the list.
Oh,
Batman?
yeah, I forgot his
you
name.
remember the guy?
who
Yeah, that's the guy.
Suicide,
Heath
right?
Ledger. Yeah,
Yeah.
Heath Ledger's on
yeah.
the list.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, we have one TV mobster on the list.
Oh,
television.
James Gandolfini.
Gandolfini.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sopranos. They like him to come back.
But you know what? But let me ask you, who did they take the survey with? What was the type of
morons.
group? No, but what was the group? Was it young or old?
It says there, poll respondents had to pick from. Oh, okay. They gave me a list. Okay, they gave me a list of 7 deceased celebrities. It says that even though Di was the only non-American on the list, she won convincingly. So
But I'm just curious how old the people that they surveyed were.
You know,
were they like in
honestly,
their
doesn't
20s
say.
or in their 60s?
But I'll tell you who number 2 was. They have a new product coming on the market tomorrow. See if you can guess from that.
A new product? What, a cell phone?
Yeah.
iPhone?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Yeah.
He was number 2.
He was number 2, Stephen Jobs. Think what else
Wow.
he might have come up with, being the smart guy that he was. Anyway, that's the next story. We get rid of that story.
All right, what do you got next for us?
All right, the next story I found kind of amusing. Remember 2 weeks ago we did the story on the MTV Awards, and you remember Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, they're still talking about that.
Still talking about it, but what I thought was interesting, she was twerking. And everybody know what twerking is? That's when you're
tweaking?
shaking your behind. No, it's
that's when you're
twerking.
Twittering, not twittering.
Not twittering, Richard. No,
Okay.
It's actually twerking.
Twerking, okay.
I don't know. Have you ever had anybody twerk for you, even in a strip club? No, it was too long ago? Yeah, all right. Anyway, so it says here, a girl taking a video of herself twerking ended up falling over onto a table and catching on fire. In the greatest and most hilarious twerking fall ever.
Catching on fire? What did she fall on?
YouTube. She fell on something. If you want to, let me see. She posted a video on her page. She's already had 2 million hits. But somehow this idiot caught herself on fire. Don't ask me how,
All
but
right.
that's that story. All right, moving right along.
If we run out of stories, we might have to talk about the law.
Yeah, we might have. I have 2 of those stories for the very end. How much time do we have? We still got 10 minutes. We may end up talking about it. Now, this next story made me laugh, okay? Tom Cruise is looking for a new girlfriend, okay?
Not a wife, but just a girlfriend.
Well, maybe a wife, because everybody knows we have Mr. Scientology. Anybody out there practices Scientology, what do I care? I think it's kind of ridiculous, but
Hey,
what
to
can
each
you
his
do?
own.
Yeah, to each his own. So anyway, we know how Katie Holmes got away from Tom Cruise.
Right.
And, she's apparently doing really well, renounced it. As a matter of fact, in that Leah Remini, who's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, she was the most famous one that escaped from the clutches
That's right. There's a
of
big story about her,
Scientology.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? King of Queens actress. She was in it forever, and she had the audacity to ask about the founder's wife, like, how come she hasn't been seen in 10 years? So the Scientologist got really upset about it. She said, I had enough of you, and got out. But what I think that's interesting, and I had read about this, that even with Tom Cruise's last wife, they kind of go out and recruit for him, okay? And they always have. Like
They recruited Katie Holmes?
I don't know if they recruited Katie Holmes. That's a good question, actually. So we ought to Google that while we're doing it. But here's...
So wait, the Scientologists will go out and try to find him?
They try to find him a wife. And I think what happened, Katie
find his
Holmes...
own?
The problem, well, you'd think
He's Tom
so. He's a
Cruise.
big star.
Yeah, I think
but
someone
you know
would go
what?
out with him.
I think because he screwed up with Katie Holmes that they want to keep it in the family now. Because I can remember Tom Cruise's first wife. I can't remember her name, but he actually had a first wife who was a Scientologist. That marriage broke up, and then you remember he was married to Nicole Kidman. And she couldn't get away from that guy quick enough, and also, renounce Scientology. In fact, I think because of that, she doesn't have a relationship with the 2 kids, I think, that they adopted.
Oh, wow.
Long story. Anyway, so here's what it says. Tom Cruise is launching a search for a new girlfriend. The Hollywood star has been single since splitting from Katie Holmes last year. It seems he's eager to settle down and looking for a new relationship. However, Tom is very choosy when it comes to love. It says, according to a British magazine, the 51-year-old actor is looking for someone who is a member of the church. He's been looking for the last 5 years, who's been in Scientology for at least the last 5 years and is involved in the entertainment industry. The lady has to also be both brainy and in her mid to late 30s. I think Tom's 51 years old, so Tom's looking for the younger broad.
Yeah. I know a few people who like the younger women.
Yeah. Well, I believe I've said my credo in marriages is
What's that?
keep going younger and better looking. I'm a pig, and I admit it. I'm a pig. Okay. Says Tom needs to be strict about his criteria because he wants to avoid a disastrous match, and he needs him to understand his hectic lifestyle and all that comes with it. So they've offered to fix him up, and they think that they have a possible candidate. It says Tom was introduced to the lucky lady at a recent gala for Scientology. That must be a barrel of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Scientology party. Tom seemed impressed, but he's keen to see who else might be out there. He was recently linked to a model named Jessica White. And then, I don't know, enough of that. So, Tom, you'd think Tom Cruise. And I got to admit, I like the guy's movies. I know that certain people...
Risky Business, great movie.
Yeah, Rich, it's about 100 years ago. I know. I know. But actually, all his movies, and the guy stayed in phenomenal shape. He stayed in phenomenal shape. I think a lot of women, though, got turned up.
He looks really young. Yeah.
They got turned up by Tom Cruise when he was jumping up and down, I think, on the...
Oprah?
On Oprah's sofa, and then when he made fun of who's the other actress? Remember, he made fun of an actress because she needed her meds.
Oh.
Remember that whole thing? And Tom doesn't believe in any medicine. It was Brooke Shields. He had some words
she was on antidepressants or something, right?
Yeah, after she had a baby, and then he got into some altercation with Matt Lauer. Now who's more unpopular, you think, right now, Matt Lauer or Tom Cruise?
Probably Tom Cruise.
You think so? You think so? That says a lot, doesn't it?
I think so.
People I know don't like Matt Lauer. All right, so, geez, we're almost out of story. You have any? Did you get any free meals this weekend, Rich?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yep.
Who took you to a free meal this
client.
weekend? Really?
I'm trying
Where'd you go?
I'm trying to think. Where did he take me?
I thought you guys were supposed to buy clients dinner.
No, clients buy me dinner all the time. I
Really?
usually get 3 or 4 dinners because some of
Why?
my clients.
Tell me why.
Because they get
Look how proud this man
they
is.
get legal information out of me.
Oh, they
In other
pump
words,
you
if
for...
I go to an office and they pay for a consultation fee, it's going to be $125, $150, maybe $200. So they can buy me dinner for $30. They come out way ahead.
Well,
Wait a minute,
I'll take
dinner.
you out to lunch.
What a pig.
Yeah, you love it.
Not if my wife has anything to say
Oh,
about
she'll
it.
never know. She's probably not even listening.
All right, Richard.
Thanks for that tip.
Oh, yeah.
I hope everybody
Doesn't
heard
make
that.
sense.
Seriously.
Doesn't make
Never
sense.
pay for consultation.
You don't have to pay him for a consultation. Just say, I'll take you to lunch, Alan.
Richard is truly the cheapest attorney. If anybody knows of a cheap attorney, that might be a segment, okay? Do you know an attorney cheaper than Rich Freedman? If
You
so,
mean as in inexpensive or?
yeah, I mean cheap. As cheap as cheap can be. Call us at 888-565-1470. All right, jeez, we got to talk legal here.
Yeah.
Well,
let's talk about one legal subject.
Okay, one legal subject.
Go ahead.
Divorce can take a long time sometimes to get resolved. Now, our trusty legal assistant went up and found this article. A divorce that's been going on for 10 years.
How long was the marriage?
5 years. I read the article. They're still arguing about, apparently this guy's had custody of the children taken away from him. It's just crazy. She claims that he's libeled her and damaged her reputation and once punched her in the face. She says that he's I know it's in here, I'll paraphrase, a total nut job. Okay? He has said that the court system is biased against fathers. And then the thing I thought that was interesting here is that the wife at some point, the husband was a pretty big executive working on a company, and allegedly he provided insider information on a stock to his new employee. I guess he had been working for Microsoft. So what happened, I love this, the wife or the ex-wife, I guess she's an ex-wife, for anybody out there, you can sometimes have what's called a bifurcation where you can legally get divorced, but the court still leaves open for another day to resolve sometimes children issues or assets. So anyway, so what did she do? She turned him in to the SEC for insider trading and got $1 million award. $1 million.
Wow.
So,
Nice way to make a living.
I know. So do you have any dirt, Lorene, on any of your ex-spouses?
Any of my ex-husbands?
Your ex-husbands, I know.
How many are there?
Just one.
Just one. That's
Just
not
one.
bad.
One ex,
Yeah.
and I guess we'll visit him in court in about a month, I think.
Yeah.
About a month, but
And if you want me to go instead of Alan, let me know.
Oh, okay.
Well, if she'd
Okay.
like to win the case, she'll probably use me. But thanks for offering.
But
Anyway.
you get to take me to lunch if I go.
Well, that's right. That's the bargain. Rich goes with you. You can buy him afterward, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't need to buy you lunch when we're done.
Thanks a
Well,
lot.
That's right. Yeah, maybe feed him beforehand. Maybe we'll do a good job. It's like the animal. Anyway, well, we got what, Freddie? We got a minute left.
Is that 1 second or 1 minute?
I got one other thing that again, the same assistant was looking for, and this I didn't know. And since we're bankruptcy attorneys, it'd be good.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we get people advice. You file bankruptcy, it really helps you reestablish your credit. I believe in a shorter period of time, because sometimes it looks good if you're working that you got rid of the debt.
Right. Your debt ratio is better.
Yeah,
You
your
can't file
scores
bankruptcy
usually
again
go
for
up.
8 years.
And what do we normally tell people? You can go out and get a mortgage within a couple of
About 2 years for a mortgage and credit cards right away
Well,
and car
listen
loans
to
right
this.
away.
Apparently, there's a recent change which says by the FHA, Federal Housing Administration, that says that after waiting for as little as a year, you are now eligible, but you have to show that your foreclosure or bankruptcy was caused by a job loss or reduction in income that was beyond your control. But if you show that now 1 year, folks, you
That's
can
pretty
go out
good.
and get a new FHA loan.
Excellent. Good
And
information
now,
for
we
our
just
listeners.
managed, Richard, we managed to fill our action-packed half an hour.
Wow,
We even
was
got
it?
2 legal subjects. So I want to thank everybody. Lorene, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how would they do that? What should they do? You have a website? Or are you not doing the facial?
No, I
right
do.
now?
I do. I do it.
You have a website you want to give?
I don't have
Real
a
quick?
website.
All right.
I have a
Contact
What you do is
Elkins
contact our
and
office.
Freedman. That's right.
And ask for us.
Contact us, and I will pass the lovely Lorene's phone number on. Another show is over,
Excellent.
Richard. I guess
Excellent.
we'll
Now,
see you next week.
Next Monday, same time, 6 o'clock right here.
Right here.
Take care,
Goodbye,
everyone.
everybody.
You have been listening to the Elkins and Freedman Know Nothing Show, where maybe you learned a little something today. To reach their offices, call 954-772-6014 or toll free 1-800-992-1277. Tune in again next time for more Elkins and Freedman. The opinions expressed on the